You know how some things just have this mystique? For me, green eyes have always been like that.
Mm-hmm.
That flash of emerald, how it changes. Remember that song, When Irish Eyes Are Smiling?
Yeah, classic. Sets a certain mood.
Exactly. But there's way more going on than just, sentiment. What's really behind that color?
That's the perfect question to kick us off. And that's what we're diving into today. Forget the usual ideas for a sec.
Okay.
We've dug into the research, talked to vision experts, and we've got 10 really intriguing facts about green eyes. Some might surprise you.
I'm ready. So whether you have green eyes yourself or you're just fascinated like me, let's get into these discoveries.
All right, first up, just how rare are they? Well,
Okay.
globally, green is actually the rarest natural eye color.
The rarest, really.
Yeah, only about 2% of the entire world population has them.
Wow, 2%. That's tiny. What makes them so uncommon? Is it purely genetic?
It is. It boils down to a specific genetic variation. Basically, it affects how much melanin, that's pigment, gets produced in the iris. Green eyes have less melanin than brown eyes, but usually a little bit more than blue eyes. That specific balance is what makes them so rare.
Less melanin.
Okay.
That makes sense for lighter color. But here's fact number 2, and this one kind of threw me. Green irises don't actually have green pigment.
Nope, they don't. It's pretty wild.
How does that even work then?
It's all about light scattering. It's similar to why the sky looks blue or why blue eyes look blue.
Okay.
Because there's less melanin, more light gets scattered by the fibers in the iris. It's called the Tyndall effect. That scattering, plus a little bit of a yellowish pigment called lipochrome that is present,
Okay.
mixes together optically, and what our brain perceives is green.
So it's physics, basically, happening in the eye.
Exactly. And that's why lighter eyes, green and blue, can seem to change color sometimes, depending on the light or even what color shirt someone's wearing.
That chameleon effect. I've noticed that. That's incredible. So the green isn't in the eye, it's how light plays with the eye. Mind blown. Okay, so where in the world are these light-scattering eyes most common?
Right. Fact number 3 brings us to geography. The highest concentration. Ireland, Scotland, and Northern Europe.
Ah, so the Irish eyes connection wasn't totally random.
Not at all. In fact, in Ireland and Scotland, if you combine green and blue eyes, something like 86% of the population has one or the other.
86%.
Yeah.
That's huge. Must be something in the gene pool there.
Seems likely, maybe linked to historical migrations or adaptations in those specific regions.
Makes sense. But it's not just like mom has green eyes, dad has blue, so I get green. It's more complicated.
Oh, way more complicated. That's fact number 4. We now know there are at least 16 different genes involved in determining eye color.
16.
Yeah, so it's not a simple Punnett square like we learned in school. It's more like a whole genetic committee making the decision.
A committee, I like that.
So parents' eye colors give clues, but they don't guarantee the outcome. And importantly, green eyes pop up naturally in people of all races, all ethnicities. They're just more common in those European populations.
16 genes.
Oh.
Wow. Okay, fact 5 sounds like something out of a historical mystery novel. Li in China.
This is a really cool one. Yeah, so there's this village, Likyun, in China, and get this. About 2/3 of the people there have green eyes and blonde hair.
In China. That's
an exact-
unusual. Right.
Very unusual for the region. And there's this intriguing theory, though it's still debated,
Go on.
that they might be descendants of Roman soldiers, specifically from the lost legion of Marcus Crassus.
You mean like Roman soldiers who were defeated, maybe wandered east and ended up settling there?
That's the idea, that they perhaps settled, intermarried, and passed on those genes. It's a fascinating potential link to ancient history.
Wow. A lost Roman legion leaving a genetic footprint of green eyes in China
Yeah.
thousands of years later. Okay, that's amazing. That definitely makes history feel alive. Okay, shifting gears slightly. Babies. Fact number 6 is about when green eyes actually appear.
Right. You might be looking for those green eyes from day one, but you probably won't see them.
Oh,
Almost all babies are born with either blue or brown eyes. Green eyes develop later.
how much later?
It can take anywhere from 6 months up to about 3 years for the melanin levels to fully settle and reveal that green color.
3 years. So you had to be patient.
Definitely a waiting game sometimes.
Okay, we've covered some amazing science and history already. Just a quick pause here. If you're finding this deep dive interesting and you want more explorations into the surprising stories behind everyday things, do make sure you hit that subscribe button. We have lots more planned. All right, we're back. Let's get to fact number 7. This is one people always talk about, personality. Do green eyes mean someone is more mysterious or creative, or maybe Jealous.
Ah, yes, the folklore connection. It's a really persistent idea.
Now, is there anything to it?
Well, fact 7 is pretty clear.
Right.
Scientifically speaking, no. There's zero evidence that your eye color dictates your personality traits.
Okay, debunked.
Completely. But, it is fun to look at the historical associations. In myths and stories, green eyes often were linked to things like intelligence, passion, mystery, creativity, sometimes jealousy, like you said, and even leadership.
So great for character descriptions in novels, but not
Yeah.
actual psychology.
Exactly. It's fable, not fact.
Got it. Okay, fact number 8. Sounds like it might affect daily life. Light sensitivity.
That's right. Remember the lower melanin levels we talked about?
Yeah.
Well, melanin doesn't just give color, it also helps protect the inner eye, the retina, from sunlight. Less melanin means less built-in protection.
Ah, so like built-in sunglasses, but less effective.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
So people with green eyes, much like people with blue eyes, are often more sensitive to bright UV light and sudden changes in brightness. Think walking out into bright sun.
Right. I need sunglasses more often. Makes sense. Okay, number 9. It seems like storytellers really love green eyes.
Oh, absolutely. They pop up all over pop culture. Books, movies, comics.
Like who? Give us some examples.
Okay, well, there's Harry Potter, obviously. Mary Jane Watson from Spider-Man. Let's see. Batgirl, Catwoman, too. Loki from the Marvel movies.
Lots of heroes and villains.
Definitely. Peter Baelish from Game of Thrones, Scar from The Lion King, Jane Eyre, Disney's Rapunzel, Asami Sato from Legend of Korra. The list goes on.
That's quite a lineup. It's interesting how many characters known for being maybe complex or intriguing have green eyes. Maybe tapping into those old folklore ideas subconsciously.
Could be. Even if it's not scientific, the association is strong in our culture.
Okay, final fact. Number 10. This one's practical, about vision correction. LASIK. Any issues for green-eyed folks?
Good news here. Fact 10 confirms. Absolutely no link between green eyes and your basic vision quality, or whether you're a good candidate for LASIK.
So having green eyes doesn't mean you're more likely to be nearsighted or anything?
No. People with green eyes can have myopia, astigmatism, hyperopia, just like anyone else with any eye color.
And LASIK is safe. Doesn't change the color.
Perfectly safe, assuming you're otherwise a candidate. LASIK reshapes the cornea, which is the clear front part of the eye. It doesn't touch the iris where the color is, so your eye color stays exactly the same.
That's really good to know. No limitations there. Phew. Okay, well, there we have it. 10 facts that really dig into what makes green eyes so, well, captivating.
It really is amazing, isn't it, how much complexity there is. Genetics, light physics, geography, even these potential whispers of ancient history, all wrapped up in something as seemingly simple as eye color.
Absolutely. It makes you think, doesn't it? We looked at green eyes today with their rarity and all the stories attached. What other everyday human traits, things we barely notice, might have similarly complex and fascinating backstories just waiting to be uncovered?
That's a great question to ponder, a reminder to look a little closer sometimes.
Definitely something to think about. And if you enjoyed looking closer with us today, please do subscribe so you don't miss our future deep dives.
Yeah, we'd love to have you back as we explore more hidden depths.
Thanks so much for joining us on this deep dive.